Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, since the private server that I use has just been updated, I thought we would go ahead and take a look at the new Gohan plus Goten and Trunks Reversible Exchange LR that will be releasing very soon on both versions of the game. I'm going to get this recorded and put it up straight away. So I imagine it's probably going to be somewhere around maybe 5 PM UK time this video is going up. The banner is going to be out in, what, like 9 hours or something from now. But yeah, I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at them because a lot of people in two minds about these guys. Obviously, their release window is a little bit awkward for people who have gone all out for the Global Dokkan campaign. But people, you know, not sure what to think of these guys in terms of overall power and everything. And I think just from reading their kit, they seem like they're going to be very good. I know the usual suspects have posted Rainbow Showcases already, and I've seen screenshots, and yeah, like there's been some pretty high numbers coming out from these guys. So let's take a look. So their leader skill obviously is Hybrid Saiyans, Youth, or Defenders of Justice as the main three categories, with the 200% HP, 170 attack and defense, and then 50% to Siblings Bond, Bond of Parent and Child, and Bond of Friendship. A lot of people think this is not a good leader skill. Definitely there's room for improvement, but obviously as the EX part continues, there's potentially going to be more Easy A's. Potentially stuff like from the following like celebration after this could bring more units that strengthen this team. We don't know, but we'll see. So Gohan, starting off, of course, his 18 key super is raise defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raises chance of crit by 58% for 1 turn. Then his super attack, the 12 key, is raise attack for 4 turns, colossal damage, and raises crit chance by 10% for 4 turns. So when he does his 18 key super, he has a 58% chance to crit. Then when he does an additional, like a 12 key super, that then has 68% chance to crit. Then another one would have 78, then 88, and so on. But you keep the 10% from the 12 key for 4 turns. So if he's on rotation, the next time he comes around, let's say he did two 12 key supers, he's already starting the turn with 20% crit chance from this previous super attack effect, which means then when he does his 18 key super for that turn, he's already going to be at 78%. And then the first additional of that turn is going to be 88%. So this guy's going to have a lot of crit. So basically, if you do pull this guy and you pull dupes, you don't need any crit in the hidden potential because he's going to be critting left, right, and center. His basic effects, 200% attack and defense, and he gets a guaranteed additional super. So you're always doing one extra one every turn anyway. Gets an additional 3 key per rainbow key sphere obtained. When receiving an attack, he gets 250% defense. We already know this is an insanely powerful ability. For 1 turn from his entry turn, he has 40% damage reduction and gives all allies attack and defense 30%. When there's another Hybrid Saiyan or Bond of Parent and Child ally on the team, which, I mean, if you're running double Gohan leads, you already have that already anyway, so very easy to get this. And if on any other team that he's on, you're going to have one of these anyway. Key 7, attack 250% when attacking. All allies attack and defense 30% and chance to crit 15% self-excluded. So not only does he have all of this crit chance, but he's giving all allies extra crit chance as well. As long as you pick up 1 rainbow orb, you get 200% extra defense, 38% damage reduction, and another additional super attack, and then another 200% when attacking. So he's going to be getting 450% attack when attacking if you get a rainbow orb and you have the ally, which is pretty easy to do. Then, if you pick up 12 INT orbs or 5 rainbow orbs, you then permanently unlock for the rest of the battle 258% extra defense and 20% damage reduction, and give all allies attack and defense 58% for 2 turns, which is pretty crazy. And then with another 2 or more Hybrid Saiyan allies, or starting from the 3rd turn or from the 5th turn, that's when you then meet up with Trunks and Goten for the potential exchange. So Gohan seems pretty good. We'll go over all of the Goten and Trunks details once we can exchange into them. So this is the team. I've brought mostly youth Hybrid Saiyans. I did bring the family Kamehameha Gohan because why not? We also have the youth Kid Goku. He's on the full 220 lead, and obviously he provides a lot of support, including extra damage reduction, so should be looking pretty good. Obviously Gohan has a battle motion now, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we can't get 5 rainbow orbs here, and we can't get the full INT orbs. Now, I saw some people complaining about that before. Now, remember, he only needs to do this once, and then it's permanently unlocked. But the thing with his active skill, which I guess we could talk about now, is his active skill changes all orbs to INT and rainbow. and you can use it, if you have 2 Hybrid Saiyan allies on the team, you can use it from turn 3. So very easily you can get this unlocked early on. But let's go ahead and grab these. So we get the Rainbow Orb, which gives us all those extra buffs. So he's at 472k defense start of turn. Now, obviously there are no attacks in slot 1 here, but bear in mind if he was to get attacked in slot 1, he gets 250% when he gets hit. So 472, 523 plus 250%. As soon as he takes a hit, he's immediately going up to 1.6 million defense here. And bear in mind that on the first turn, he has 40% damage reduction. He's getting 38 anyway because we got a Rainbow Orb. So on this turn, when he takes a hit, he's got 1.6 million defense and 78% damage reduction. I don't think he doesn't get any defense from his actual super attack effects though, does he? So, oh no, he does only from the 18 key, he gets the 30% raise. So that's going to go up to like 500 odd K, and then he's going to get hit. So that's actually pretty good. We've also got the pan here for the support. Let's go ahead and do that, and then do this. Because obviously Gohan, despite starting off as the actual Team Gohan, because of the way reversible exchange cards work, obviously Gohan is on the youth category, and therefore the physical pan has her passive for there being a full youth rotation. So she's got her full passive active, all of her extra buffs, all of her support and her dodge and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what Gohan is going to do on the very first turn here. The first 18 key super is 48 million. Okay, not bad considering we know he can still get buffed like further than this. So 48 mil here. I love his 18 key super, the fact that it's a callback to the Planet Namek saga, like Masenko versus Frieza. It's pretty cool. Then of course we get a guaranteed additional 12 key super here. I think this might be on ×1 for some reason, but his 12 key super is pretty basic. I think it looks good, like the quality of the animation is obviously good, like that close up and everything looks really clean. But I am one of those people, I do like the exciting flashy like key blasts and combos and all that kind of thing. So a super attack that is basically just a flying kick is not like super impressive to me in terms of what it is as a super attack, but obviously it looks very good, not complaining about that at all. So I want to float use because Pan always wants there to be a full rotation of youth if possible. So the good thing about Gohan is Gohan will always prioritize the Rainbow Orbs because of course he gets 3 extra key. So if we go ahead and do that, I guess we do want the Goten and Trunks to get dodges where possible, but that's fine. Go ahead and do this. So with Goten and Trunks, we have Super Saiyan Kamehameha prepared for Battle Fierce Battle. We're at 424 start of turn here. And then we can go ahead and I guess we'll just grab these for you. Leave the purple ones there for Gohan. So Gohan in slot 1. So he's going to take the hit, and then similarly to before, right? Goes up to about 1.7 million defense, but has 78% damage reduction. So obviously he tanks the super for double digits. Unfortunately, this fight, stunning with the super attack in slot 1. Pretty annoying, but it is what it is. So physical Goten and Trunks 22 million here. And then we got... Is that only 7 million for him? I mean, I guess it's not the best link set. He gets the full 22 tip because there's no way it's 71 million. So that's a little bit low for Family Kamehameha Gohan here, I guess. But he does... So he does need to build up, I guess. But that was surprisingly low. Because this guy on this team could be in a pretty good situation for a setup for him getting, like, the Family Kamehameha and then, like, tons of orbs. Like, could be pretty good. Especially with the INT Gohan with his active skill and then, like, the full field of orbs. So here's the intro of Goten and Trunks coming in. Our boys all powering up here to Super Saiyan. And so now we have the option to change into Goten and Trunks. We also have the option to do the active skill for Gohan. Now, the interesting thing is here, if we go ahead and switch into Goten and Trunks, and then we take a look at their passive, these guys get a really good buff on their very first turn that they are available. So I feel like it's kind of one of those things where Gohan has that really useful active skill that you can use on this turn, but at the same time, you kind of want to use Goten and Trunks on this first turn. because they have their 18 key super is raise attack for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to the enemy, raise superclass allies attack by 50% for 1 turn, and then a great chance of raising superclass allies defense by 50% for 1 turn. Now, the thing with this is it's a 70% chance, but you aren't going to know if it goes off, right? Because you don't get to see units defense after the turn starts. But if that procs, which is a 70% chance again, like that's pretty good, giving everybody an extra 50% defense. And then their 12 key super is raise attack and defense for 4 turns, does colossal damage to the enemy. And then when we look at their passive, it's reversible exchange with Gohan, key 5 and 100% defense, medium chance to crit, great chance to launch an additional super, 2 extra key per type key sphere obtained, and then as long as they pick up 1 orb, because this is just a one-time, this is essentially so that this ability is only usable on the first turn you use them, but it means you can use them, I guess we were saying about exchanging into them straight away, it's only the first time you use them, so we don't actually have to use them straight away, but the first time they pick up a single orb, then the one-time only trigger, they have a 77% chance to dodge on that turn. So this could be really good, because you could obviously save this for later on in the event. But since this guy does stun in slot 1, I do kind of want to use it now, right, and have these guys dodge the attack in slot 1, and then we'll go back to Gohan, I guess. But yeah, that's really good. The first turn that you actually choose to use them, you get 77% dodge. If you get 2 or more type orbs, they get 100% attack when attacking and 100% defense when receiving an attack. 4 or more type orbs gives them an additional super and guard. And then per youth ally on the team, 200% attack and chance to dodge 10%. So if you have a full youth team, as in all 7 units, they just have a 70% chance to dodge all the time. Now on this team build, we have all youth except for Family Kamehameha Gohan, so they have a 60% chance to dodge normally, which is pretty good. Per Hybrid Saiyan's ally on the team, defense 100 up to 500, so they only need to have 5 allies, and it includes themselves because it doesn't say other allies. So you've already got the 2 leads. So having Family Kamehameha Gohan, he's a Hybrid Saiyan. We've got the Path to Power Kid Goku, he's a Pure Saiyan, but he's the only non-hybrid on the team, so they will have this full 500%. When receiving a super, they get an extra 15% chance to dodge, which means on the first turn they have a 92% chance to dodge a super attack. And they give all allies 3 key and attack and defense 30% within the turn, and give youth allies an extra 5% dodge for 2 turns. And all of that is when they get targeted by a super, so even if they get hit by it, they obviously still give all their allies this support. So their active skill is the fusion into Gotenks, where they do the Galactic Donut, massively raise attack temporarily, does all damage, and then permanently buffs youth category allies. So if we did their active skill, it permanently buffs our whole team except for Path to Power Kid Goku. So there's 5. The annoying thing about this as well is there's 5. We could get the 5 rainbow orbs turn if we switch back to Gohan, which would then give us the permanent buff, which I kind of want to do, but then he's just going to get supered in slot 1 by this guy, which is really annoying. So we'll go ahead here. We'll get the 4 type orbs, so that gives us all of our buffs. So we're at 743k defense start of turn with guard and a 77% chance to dodge a normal attack, a 92% chance to dodge a super. Then if we grab, I want to make sure we can get the orbs for, well actually in slot 3 you only need 5 orbs for Path to Power Kid Goku anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that. Gives everybody a little bit of extra damage reduction, and then he super attacks in slot 1, we dodge, now everybody has the support. 71 point, okay, so basically 72 million attack stat here, and that's without any units on the rotation that are actually giving them any extra attack. So yeah, that's pretty good. So then of course we have the other Goten and Trunks reversible exchange intro here. So let's see, what are we looking like on the rotation? I think Oceanus also supers in slot 1 and can stun you, because I do want Gohan to be getting these buffs, but also he's probably going to end up getting stunned in slot 1, which is really annoying. Although, actually, these guys, is their active skill is that they just dodge, right? Yeah, maybe we should do that. Let's put them in slot 1. Let's use their active skill. We'll just skip that. So we'll use their active skill. Then maybe we should just use Gohan's active skill. So we'll grab all of those for you, because I kind of want to see just how the orbs like change and everything, right? So Yeah, let's go ahead, because we want to get 12 or more in orbs or 5 rainbow orbs. Because the permanent 258% defense is going to be pretty nice. Because we're at 350 start of turn here. So let's go ahead and use his active skill, which of course is the hybrid trio, like Kamehameha, which I think the animation for this is really cool. So yeah, time to go all out. Yeah, okay, that looks awesome. I like that. And then yeah, we got the the good old family Kamehameha, but with Trunks instead of Goku. 19.2 million damage crit, not bad damage, not crazy damage. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it is literally exactly 12 rainbow orbs, 12 in orbs. Or we could get, it actually won't target the 5 keys rainbows just because there's so many in orbs. But yeah, if we do that, so we were at what, 350 was it? So 350, we do this. So that now gives us our permanent buff. So now we're at 787 start of turn. Remember that Gohan gets 250% when he gets hit. So 787,538 plus 250%. So when Gohan takes a hit without supering first, so if there was like an AoE or something, he goes up to 2.7 million defense. And remember that this is gone because it's one turn only, but he has the 38% from here and now the 20% permanently from getting the orb buff unlocked. So he has 58% damage reduction on top of 2.7. So he's tanking like a 5 million damage super attack for double digit damage. In fact, almost a 6 million. And obviously after he supers, he's just going to have even more defense on top of that. Everybody else now has extra defense as well because he gives all allies a buff for 2 turns. So yeah, so let's go ahead and see how this pans out. So obviously physical Goten and Trunks in slot 1 are going to dodge everything because they have a 100% chance to dodge here. So there's our good old unit super with Krillin, because of course they get the unit super with the new unit because their name includes Goten and Trunks, because it's Gohan plus Goten and Trunks. So that's pretty good. Get a couple of supers off here. Nice, we get the crit. The only problem I guess with doing that is, yeah, we didn't get to see Gohan actually attack. But I think we'll do the hybrids. We'll do the they're all hybrids. We'll do the Goten and Trunks active skill here, I think. So their active skill for the Gotenks fusion, massively raise attack temporarily, ultimate damage, and then we get the permanent buff for all of our Youth Saga characters. Youth category. So Goten and Trunks doing the fusion into Super Saiyan Gotenks. We get the Galactic Donut and the new top quality animation. I remember when the physical like Super Saiyan Gotenks first came out, and him being on that original super class team with a bunch of the other fusions. It was pretty good. So 20 million with no crit. Nothing too crazy, but obviously that now gives us the permanent buff for everybody on the team. So they're now starting the turn at 900k defense. And I guess normally they now just have a 60% chance to dodge because they don't have the 77 from before. But that means they have a 75% chance to dodge supers. As long as we get 4 type orbs, they have guard, which we can quite easily get from there. So let's go ahead and turn off the animations here so we can go into the family Kamehameha. And then we'll grab those for you, so you get your 4 type orbs. Then we'll get, oh yeah, there's not a lot of, the orbs here not great for this turn, annoyingly. But we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll grab 7 orbs for you there. There we go. Alright, so Goten and Trunks with the dodge in slot 1. 69 million on this turn without the support. Just now they have the youth category permanent buff. Because obviously if you use both the Goten, Gohan and Trunks, if you use both of their like Goten and Trunks active skills, then your whole team has like a 40% permanent buff. So that's going to be crazy for this Gohan, who now actually has his passive unlocked. And I think that those stats don't carry over to the Gohan and Goten though, do they? Because if we, or Goten and Trunks, because if we do this, so we're starting out at 584k. But that's of course because we haven't yet picked up a rainbow orb to get an extra 200% defense. If we switch over to these guys, what are they starting at? Yeah, they're starting out at 686. Okay, so if we do this, And then we'll grab, I guess, these. As long as we get 24 key, the amount of orbs we pick up with you isn't important as long as we get a rainbow orb. So he's at 776k start of turn, getting 250% when he gets hit, and having 48% damage reduction, or 58% damage reduction. Pretty good. So then, do these guys, I actually always forget, do these guys need orbs of any kind? They do not. Every ally attacking in the same turn is a Kamehameha ally, so that's fine. So we'll grab those for you, and then we will grab those for you, which is 5, but that's enough for Goku in slot 3. That, of course, gives Gohan that little bit of extra damage reduction as well. And so now he's at 45.8. So, I mean, Goten and Trunks seem to be the ones that can hit the crazy numbers. Gohan has the better defense in terms of actually taking hits, because he's got ridiculous defense and the damage reduction. He's giving the crit chance as well, which is really good. And then, yeah, Goten and Trunks can hit, like, the real big attack stats, and then essentially are kind of relying on dodge for their defense. I mean, they've got decent enough raw defense. 1,000,000 defense plus, and then guard is still obviously pretty good. Well, actually, I think, don't they have, is it 100% they have when receiving an attack? I mean, he took double-digit damage from Nova, who is type disadvantage. In fact, let me bring up the Shadow Dragon's boss rush stats here so we can see how much Nova actually hits for with his super attack. Where's boss rush? Boss rush, Nova. Okay, it's only 2.6 million to be fair. And Gohan has more than that in terms of raw defense, let alone the actual damage reduction. So Goten and Trunks tanking that for double-digit damage as well, though, the physical one. It's pretty good. And then Path to Power Kid Goku at the end here, dishing out some damage. 28 million. I mean, yeah, Goku, I've completely forgot about him when thinking about the team build for these guys. But because he's on Youth and he's on Bond of Friendship, he's on their full 220 lead. And he's just a really good, like with his Easy A, he's a really good unit to just throw on teams that he's on as one of those like floating support type characters. So that's really, really good. There's the 4 type orbs for these guys. So they're at 900k defense start of turn. Yeah, they get 100% when receiving an attack as long as you picked up 2 rainbow orbs. So even if they do get hit, they're at like 1.8 million defense with guard, which is not enough to tank like a 6 million super, but they also are backing it up by having 60% chance to dodge, which is pretty good. And this unit, like I say, doesn't need any crit. So realistically, you're going dodge and additional in the hidden potential system. I do like the fact that when these guys get, whether they dodge or get hit with a super, they're then giving that little bit of support. And even though it's not a lot, 5% dodge to the rest of the team for 2 turns is pretty nice. Like, that could come in clutch at some point. And then here they are with an 80 million attack stat. I love the fact that their 18 key super is basically them sort of recreating their dad's 18 key super from the 8-year Boo duo. Like, if you watch them side by side, they're not exactly the same. There's like a little bit of extra comedy because I think they included, I think, is it a reference to when they fight and Trunks avoids the Kamehameha from Goten? Is it from the World Tournament? But like, oh, he's locked. That's annoying. Actually, will these guys be fine? What are they? Have they built up now? I have 50% dodge. Or is it like 80% dodge? I mean, they might actually just be fine in slot 1 here, but let me switch over to the Goten and Trunks, I guess, so that these guys have their links here. That's pretty good. We do want to make sure we get 4 type orbs. And they get extra key from the type orbs as well, so that is really helpful. Like, literally straight up to 23 key there is pretty good. Technically, we would have to use the Family Kamehameha here or we lose it, but obviously I'm not particularly bothered about that. We're not here to showcase the Gohan. Honestly, this team's, people say that their team's not very good. Like, this team's worked out perfectly fine. Of course, they took 1 million damage. As I say that, of course. Their team worked out perfectly fine. Honestly, Family Kamehameha Gohan didn't really do anything. So, like, I would just switch him out for a potential other youth character. I didn't want to use the AGL Goten and Trunks Super Easy A yet, but easily just put them on the team instead. So, like, if we go to this team and take out you, and then go Super AGL LR, like, where are they? There they are. Yeah, like, this team is going to be really, really good. So, let me know what you guys think. I think they're very, very impressive. I've got the Summon or Skip video coming out in a bit, talking about the banner and everything, but they are certainly a solid unit. I think you can, you know, skip them and be comfortable to try and get them when they come back, because they're not doing anything like game breaking, but they're certainly super fun. I think they're a really good unit. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.